Hi, my name is Amber Poole. I am an energy healer, a crystal therapist, and a medium. And today we're going to talk about Spiritual Parenting 101. 101 means the very basics, right? Going back, maybe you are a new parent, or perhaps you are just new into this whole spirituality thing and you don't know what to do. It's cool because I've been there too. So when I was a child and I was growing up, I was very spiritual. The thing that I wanted to be in life was a nun. Everybody raised their hand in class and said, "What do you want to be?" "I want to be a police officer. I want to be a teacher." And I'm like, "Hey, I want to be a nun." So I knew from a very early age that this was my path, that this is what I wanted to do, that I wanted to speak to God every single day, and I was happy doing it. That was my zone. And my mother found out that I can see auras and I can see colors, and she didn't know what to do with me. What do we do with somebody like that? So I was fortunate enough that my mom was open to take me to different places where she thought that I may be able to fit in. Unfortunately, nothing resonated with me, and I kind of beat my own drum, which is quite all right. I still do that today. And now I have my own kids, and my own kids have gifts and are able to do things as well. So I wanted to step up to the plate and offer my own experiences and wisdom through speaking with my spirit guides and my children's spirit guides and other moms that are my clients, and help in creating a spiritual parenting kind of blog, right? So that we can all turn to somewhere and go, you know what, that was really good advice. I tried this for my child. I didn't know about this. So this is Spiritual Parenting 101, right? The very start of where you would want to start. So the first place that I wanted to start when I was incorporating spiritual practices with my children was in the bedroom, because the bedroom is a sacred space. It is the place for the child. It is a place for them to come in and sit by themselves and to talk to God. And even if you think they haven't been talking to God or they're not talking to God, they most definitely are. And depending upon their vibration attracts what is around them as well. Meaning, when we are first out of the womb, we are brand new to this world. There's no restrictions, there's no restraints on us. Everything is brand new. So therefore, they are very bright and open to the light of God. They're very open, and they may see their angels for a few years. They may hear people. They may have different phenomenon that they can tell you about. Did you know that your grandmother is standing behind you? This is very common for children, but it's not as common for adults. And sometimes adults get really freaked out because they're like, what's up with my child? I get it. I totally get it. So I want to start in the bedroom, to clearing out the child's bedroom, because that is their safe place. That is where they go and they communicate to God. Remember, your thoughts are what the universe hears. The angels, the guides, your team, spirit, the universe, all that is, can communicate telepathically. Before we were given a voice, before we were given language, we all spoke telepathically, which is a beautiful thing. And that's how we communicate with the other side even to this day. So know that in that space, their bedroom, they're still communicating with God. They don't have to be at church to do this. They don't have to know exactly who they're talking to, but it's something that happens automatically. So inside the bedroom, you want to set it right, okay? Energy sticks to things that are a mess. So make sure, number one, that your child's room is cleaned. You think parents just say that because it's annoying, or they need it to have it cleaned because, our children have to have things clean. There's actually an energetically speaking reason for doing that. You want to have it clean because you want to have the energy cleared out. You want to have it clean because you want to have it organized. You don't want lots of clutter because you can't receive messages around clutter. You can, but not very very well. Clutter clutters up your space. It clutters up your area. So make sure that it's neat and tidy. You may even want to set some sage. Open up the windows. If you have asthma, sage is not the way to go, okay? However, what you can do, if you are okay with it, you can burn some sage, open up the windows, and let it all air out. Let there have a flow that goes through the room and can be released outside. Because what happens is, because children are so open to all of the energies that they're surrounded with, they're kind of like sponges, and they go out and they don't know any better, right? As an adult, you may know if you're, quote, an empath by now. There may be a word for that over-emotional feeling that you have, but children just collect. They're really good learners. They're open to receiving information and feelings and ideas, and they take on a lot of other people's stuff. So when they come in from school, when they come in from a play date, when they come in from just being around other people, maybe sometimes the mall can be overwhelming in public places, things like that. They can attract and gather into their aura other people's stuff. Then they take this other people's stuff and put it into their space, okay? So you may want to clear out the space energetically using some sage, or you can even use incense if you don't have it. That's okay too. The other thing is to let some sunshine come into the room. Sunshine. Sunshine is an energizer. So if they go, oh, I'm so tired, I just want to go to bed and I never want to get up and things like that, let some sunshine come into the room. Let it enter and penetrate the beams going through. It's a rainbow. Rainbows clear out, okay? So allow the windows to be open. Allow the sun to shine through. Allow it to be physically cleaned and energetically heightened and cleaned. You will notice a difference within your child. If your child comes in and is like, I don't care, my room's a mess, whatevs, then have them clean their room and say, how do you feel about it now? How do you feel when you walk into the space? Do you feel better? Do you feel lighter? Do you notice a shift? I'm sure you as a parent definitely will. And the next thing is video games. Video games, there's tons of studies. It does a lot of things to our children's minds. And when you say, go do something, they want to jump onto the video games because they're bored. In our generation, our parents told us to go outside and play, right? You're bored, get outside. If you're bored, go do chores. And a lot of times they don't know what to do. There's all this electronics going around, and that's EMFs. There's different radiation that's coming through, and rays and things that's clogging us up energetically. So the video games, I wouldn't want them to have them in their room 24/7. Make sure that it's mindful that they're not always on it. And that's also for when you clear it out energetically. Using sage, it'll help tone down I always call it the clunk, the clunk in the air that just travels through and it fills up our space. You can't see it, right? But when you turn on your radio, you know that signal goes to it. You can't see the TV. The rays, the atoms and things like that are like going into the TV, but you know that when you hit that button, it's going to happen. And just because you don't know why or you can't see it doesn't mean that it's not there. And that goes for a lot of things. There's a lot of things in between here and there from where you are, right? So make sure that the electronics are down to a minimum because that will help out clear space within the room as well. You want to make sure that they love it in there, that they go into their room and they're like, you know what, this feels really good. I really like it in here, okay? That is a space where they want to feel safe. They want to feel secure. So energetically speaking, you want to help them make that for them. Adults make altars. We make meditation space. We go to yoga and we have a sacred space. But children should always, even us as adults, our bedrooms should be that space that you can just go into and talk to God, talk to the universe, and let out all of our feelings and emotions. The other thing I'm going to recommend, just as a spiritual parent, is to remember that you are also in control. Being an example, Being present with your child will help your child be present. Being an example of spirituality will help your child be that spirituality as well, will help learn it, will help understand it. So don't take it lightly that your actions, your words, your just being with a person who is present and active in their lives will help change their life as well, and it will help lift the vibration. It will help lift a vibration in the whole entire house, right, when we are in alignment with ourselves. So those are my tips for having a spiritual kid's bedroom. Remember, it's to clean it. I mean, thoroughly clean it, clothes, things on the floor, the whole 9 yards. Energy sticks to everything. Make sure you wipe it down. Add some sunshine and let go of the video game so that it's not so much time in the video games. If you like this video, please subscribe. My name is Amber at thechakradeva.com, and I'm wishing you all a wonderful day.